It's Ash from SuperVideos back for another video for the Walking Dead universe. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a very popular theory when it comes to Fear the Walking Dead, and that has to do with whether Troy and Madison are going to be the leads of a future spin-off. Stay tuned, we'll be right back to break this down. As always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. So of course, we do know that Troy Otto is gonna return in the final episodes of Fear the Walking Dead, and it appears that he's gonna have a pretty pivotal role in the story. And of course, they are definitely building this rivalry between Troy and Madison in the final episodes, and it appears that this half season is really their season. Like, their stories are at the center of attention in these final episodes. And of course, based on the title of the series finale for Fear the Walking Dead, which is called The Road Ahead, it appears that they are setting up for some sort of spin-off after Fear the Walking Dead. Now, who's going to be in that spin-off is up for debate, but a lot of people are speculating that two people that will definitely be on this new spin-off are Troy and Madison. And another thing that supports this is that for the amount of time Troy has been gone, maybe 6 episodes, if they get that much, is enough to resolve the story between Troy and Madison. So maybe they'll leave it open-ended and the conclusion to their story will happen in a spin-off. Now, what are my opinions on this? Honestly, I think both Troy and Madison are intriguing and interesting enough characters and popular enough characters to be involved in a very entertaining and intriguing spin-off. However, to me, the most important thing is the story. Like, if they give us a basic and underwhelming story, then I rather not have a spin-off with Troy and Madison. But if it is a good story, one that makes sense, one that is entertaining and intriguing, then who better to be in this spin-off from the Fear the Walking Dead cast than Troy and Madison, and others who might join them in their spin-off as well. So I feel like when it comes to character choices, it's a positive. Like, these are great characters to be in a spin-off of their own. They are charismatic enough, they are good enough characters to be able to run a show by themselves. It's just a matter of whether the story is good enough and whether the story is one that fans want to see. If Troy and Madison do in fact get a spin-off of their own and become leads of their own spin-off, then it does become part of a pattern in the Walking Dead universe when it comes to spin-offs. Because let's not forget, we had the Negan and Maggie Dead City spin-off, which saw two popular characters teaming up. We obviously saw the Daryl Dixon spin-off, which started with Daryl, but we'll see Carol in the second season. So Carol and Daryl are going to be the leads of that spin-off. So two popular characters again. And of course, the Rick and Michonne, The Ones Who Live Walking Dead spin-off, is just another example of two popular characters who are thrown in a spin-off together. And like I said, it's becoming a pattern. I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just saying it's becoming a pattern. Speaking of the other spin-offs, I do want to mention some interesting similarity between the Troy Madison story, if it turns into a spin-off, and the Dead City spin-off with Negan and Maggie, because Negan and Maggie were foes. They were enemies in the original show for the most part. And then in the Dead City spin-off, they had to work together. So they joined forces. Something like that. Not quite, but something like that. If you've seen Dead City, you know what I'm talking about. So if Troy and Madison do in fact get a spin-off of their own, it's pretty much similar. I mean, they were foes in the past. Maybe in this spin-off, they will be somewhat friends. They will join forces and have to work together to do something, much like how Negan and Maggie had to join forces to do something. So I think that is definitely something to keep in mind, the fact that it's a pattern for AMC to throw two popular characters together in a spin-off, and also there's a similarity between this, if it ends up happening, and Dead City. I'm not saying that it's like copy-paste necessarily, but it's similar enough, being substantial enough to discuss. Another thing I do want to mention here, and this is something that's also sort of connected to how similar this could be to Dead City. Let's assume that Madison and Troy do end up in a spin-off. One thing that could unite them is the mission to find Alicia, who obviously went missing. So that's definitely something that would be intriguing enough of a storyline by itself, and something that would bring these two characters who are foes together to be able to accomplish that goal of finding Alicia. And again, if you look at Dead City, it's pretty much similar, because in Dead City, Negan and Maggie teamed up to find Herschel Jr., who was captured. So in this case, Madison and Troy are gonna team up to find Alicia, something like that. So there's definitely some similarities there that we can't really ignore. Again, I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying there's similarities there. And if this does in fact happen, then obviously that satisfies a lot of fans who are wanting a reunion between Madison and Alicia, and maybe even Troy and Alicia, who knows. But maybe they won't be disappointed if we don't get it in the final episodes of Fear, if we do see it in another spin-off later, one that sees Madison in the lead role. Now, another question that might come up is, if there's going to be another spin-off with Madison as a lead, then why not just continue Fear? And there's a lot of truth to that, but honestly, I think that AMC just wanted to put out the fire that was Fear the Walking Dead. I think they wanted to start fresh and hopefully pull something out of it, because honestly, if they continue, I'm sure that fans are not really gonna be quite as intrigued, because it still has the Fear the Walking Dead label, and it's still the continuation of the Fear the Walking Dead story. So I think that they just wanted to kind of put out the fire that was Fear the Walking Dead and start fresh. That's my opinion. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to go through in this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.